Are you above average? Today I am answering opinions about myself and you can do the same. And then we'll be comparing what other people that have answered the same questions have also said. So let's give it a go. Are you more extroverted than average? Okay. Also, I'm gonna try and not get distracted by everyone wiggling about in the background when I hover over them. This is incredible. Whoa! Sorry, are you more extroverted than average? I think I'm pretty average. I don't know. I think people are pretty introverted these days. I'm quite introverted myself, but I enjoy doing things when I'm actually there. This is kind of tricky. I'm curious what you are answering, but I think I am maybe a tiny bit, but not by much. I'm going to say yes, I'm more, but I think I'm maybe in the minority. Oh, that is low. 26% of participants also think they're more extroverted, which means that about 74% of people think they're more introverted than average. But if that many people think they're more introverted than average, doesn't that mean they're wrong and just people are generally quite introverted on average? Okay, either way, let's answer another question. Look at everyone wiggling back. Do you have a better memory than average? It's tricky again. I'm not saying I have an incredible memory, but I can remember obscure videos I made years ago. I can remember good general knowledge stuff. So I'm going to say yes, but I think I might be in the minority again. Let's see. Oh no, it's about 50-50. Okay, 47% of participants also think they have a better memory than average. Okay, let's answer another one. This is a lot of fun, actually. Do you smell better than average? Are you saying, like, my odor? Do I stink less than the average person? Or are you saying, am I good at smelling things that are not me? Like if I was to smell a flower, can I smell it stronger than somebody else? I think maybe they're going on about body odor. I guess it's up to interpretation. I think my general body odor is pretty neutral because I just wash every day. But I don't really like strong smelling deodorants or aftershaves or whatever. So I guess based on that, I'll say I smell worse. But let's see what others say. Oh, this one, once again, is about 50-50. Okay, let's answer the next one. Are you smarter than average? Oh, this is so difficult, by the way. I don't think I'm a genius, but I don't think I'm stupid either. I think I'm pretty much in the middle. I'm pretty smart at some things, and I'm pretty dumb at a lot of things too. That's the difficulty about measuring intelligence, is it depends what kind of intelligence you're talking about. Am I smarter than average? Yeah, I think I'm maybe a bit smarter, but really not a lot. Oh, this is interesting. 79% of participants also think they are smarter than average. We cannot all be right. That's a lot of people over on this side. Look at that. It's getting a little bit lonely down here. Think of that what you will. Let's answer another question. Oh, are you more patient than average? I don't just want to say yes to every single one. It feels a little bit narcissistic, but I can be quite patient. If I measure it on the content I watch, I am quite happy watching a 1.5 hour YouTube video. I've watched a few 3-hour YouTube videos. Is that a patience though, or is that attention span? Are they the same thing or are they different? There's so many possibilities with these questions. They're too open-ended. I think I'm patient. I don't think I'm super patient, but more than the average? Yeah, sure. Why not? 58% of participants also think they are more patient than average. Okay, fair enough. Let's go again. Are you a better partner than average? Oh my god, that's so difficult. I assume that the average partner is just good. And I too consider myself a good partner. I don't think I'm perfect. I know that there are lots of things over the last 10 years of my relationship that I could have done better or differently. But does that mean I'm worse than average? No. I think I'm thoughtful. I think I'm caring. I think I'm willing to learn. I guess I gotta think about other couples that I know and what each of their partners are like. I mean, everyone's pretty good because I don't surround myself with bad people. But out of the two, I wish there was a neutral. But out of the two, I guess I'll say I'm better. What's people saying? 58% of participants also think they're a better partner than average. That's interestingly low. That's quite a lot of people that said they are not a good partner. I'm wondering if maybe that's just because they're single, so they have to default to that one. I don't know. Are you Whoa! I did not know the questions would be that personal. All right, well, bit of an embarrassing one, but do you know what? I'm going to say no, I'm worse. Well, let's just see what happens. 59%. I'm in the majority. Fair enough. Okay, cool. Do you eat healthier food than average? This one, I think I can quite confidently say yes. I'm not overweight. I'm also not underweight anymore. If you look at my BMI, I'm pretty much bang in the middle of healthy. And also, even though I like sweets, I don't go crazy about junk food anyway. So yeah, I do think that I am healthier. Let's see what others say. Oh, so the majority of people think that they eat unhealthily, but it's pretty 50-50, so fair enough. All right, let's answer the next one. Do you care more about the environment than average? Do you know what? I think this is a one where I can confidently say yes. It's the only one I've said no to, the sex one. That's so embarrassing. I mean, I think I'm pretty much in the middle. I just feel there's probably room for improvement. Sure, anyway, back to the environment. I drive an electric car. That's good for the environment. I'm on top of recycling. I have a recycled toothbrush. Conscious of where I buy clothes from. I'm vegetarian. That makes a huge difference to the environment. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm pretty confident I can say yes to that one. 59% of participants also think they care more about the environment. It's interesting though, because this is opinion-based. So there may be many people that answered yes there that actually have a pretty terrible personal carbon footprint. There are also maybe many people that have an amazing carbon footprint and still think they could do more. Either way, let's answer another question. There's such a huge variety. Are you a better communicator than average? When I'm talking to people that I'm close with, I think I am pretty good at communicating, but in general, I don't actually think I'm that good at communicating because I don't actively try and engage with people, and people don't seem to actively try and engage with me either unless they know me. Like when me and Becky are out for a walk, people chat to Becky all day. Sometimes they don't even look at me, so it's like I have an unwelcoming, restful face or something. So with that, I will say that I am a worse communicator. There you go. 49%. So it's about 50-50. Next one. Are you more selfish than average? As so many of these, I just think I'm neutral. Obviously, there are aspects of my life where I have thought selfishly, but also there are many aspects of my life where I haven't. That's, I guess, the genius of this site. There is no middle option. You always have to choose for or against. This one, I'm not selfish. I wouldn't consider that a trait of mine. 43% of participants also think they are more wait, I said more selfish. Oh, no. No, I don't think I'm more selfish. Oh, I've ruined the results forever. I'm so sorry. I'm loving watching these guys dingle dangle. Do you cry more than average? See, we don't know what the average amount that somebody cries is, do we? But you know what? I do think I cry more. The last time I cried, it was like 2 days ago. It wasn't like floods of tears, but my eyes did well up, and it was just because I was watching episode 1 of Gavin and Stacey again. But it wasn't even a sad episode. It's just really nostalgic to me. So I don't know if that's some weird empathy thing. But if I'm crying at not sad episodes of TV shows I've seen 100 times, I guess I'm probably crying more than average. So let's click yes. Let's see. Ooh, I think that could be the lowest we've had this whole video. 29%. So most people think that they don't cry more than the average person. All right, interesting. There we go. Are you more interesting than average? I've got quite an interesting job, haven't I? When I meet new people that are friends of friends, they're always really interested in the job. So I guess I've got to answer yes, even if I'm really boring in my personal life, which could be true. Next up, we have, are you more fulfilled than average? I suppose this is another one where I feel like I've got to answer yes because I've had lots of fun opportunities with my job, haven't I? Let's go for it. There you go. About 50-50 on that one. So it's sad that half the amount of people don't feel fulfilled. Are you better at cooking than average? Well, what's the average person? Because the last couple of years, I have learned to cook, or at least I've learned to follow recipes, because most of my life I was terrible at cooking. Whereas now I think I'm fine, but I suppose without a recipe, I'd be pretty stuck. So let's go with no, I'm worse. There you go. 55% of participants also think they are worse at cooking than average. Okay, so once again, that one is a little bit 50-50. Are you better at washing up dishes than average? I quite like washing up. I find it kind of therapeutic. I could listen to music, or I could put a video on while I'm doing it, but I don't think I'm better than average. I think I'm just acceptable at washing up because I can clean dishes to the point where they look clean. I mean, how can you get better at washing up? The only way you're bad at washing up is if you haven't quite cleaned stuff and there's bits of food still left on it. I'm not that, but I'm also kind of slow too, so I'll just say no, I'm worse. But I'm not very worse. Ah, 50-50. Okay, we have a lot of 50-50s, which is really interesting. Do you walk faster than average? This one I know I do walk faster than average because I have walked around some slow people and it does quietly infuriate me. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little bit taller than average, so it's just easier for me to walk faster, but yeah, I definitely walk faster than average. And apparently most people think they walk faster than average. That's so interesting, isn't it? Are you more hopeful than average? No. I think I'm pretty neutral on hope. I can't really think of anything for or against, so I'll just say no, I'm less. Why not? 47%, once again, about 50-50. Do you sleep more than average? I know a lot of people that don't sleep very well, and I these days do sleep for 8 hours, which isn't a crazy amount of time, but I know a lot of people around me sleep terribly, so I will actually say yes more for that one. Once again, about 50-50. Interesting. Okay. Are you better at keeping secrets than average? Probably. Yeah, why not? I am happy to keep secrets because I don't care enough generally about drama and stuff, and I suppose that's what most secrets are based on, so I'll just say yes, I'm better. Everybody thinks they're better at keeping secrets. We can't all be good at keeping secrets. Maybe I am wrong about myself. Maybe I'm terrible at keeping secrets. Do you give better gifts than average? I've given some good gifts in my time, but I reckon probably most people that give gifts also give pretty good gifts. So I'll say better just because I can't say neutral, but I don't think I'm anything crazy. I do think I've done some thoughtful gifts in my time, though. Next one is, are you better at your work than average? Right, well, if we say my work as a YouTuber, then I have to compare my work to other YouTubers. Is that right? But it's also got to just be full-time YouTubers so that it is actually their work. So am I better at making videos than other people my scale that make videos? Probably not. There are probably things that could be done far more efficiently. I could maybe hire more people so I can produce more content while others are making thumbnails or something. So I don't know. I'll say no, I'm worse, because why not? 35% of people think they are also worse at their work than average. So that's quite low. That one I'm in a bit of a minority. I don't really know though. It's a little tricky. Do you experience more envy? No, I don't. I'm quite comfortable with where I'm at, so I will say no less. 61% of participants also think they experience less envy than average. Fair enough. That's good to hear. Are you happier than average? Well, I think the world that we live in these days can be a little bit unfair. It can be quite difficult. The world is expensive these days. I'm not mega rich or anything, but I am financially comfortable for now. So I think because I don't have huge financial burdens and many people out there do, it would be wrong if I said I'm less happy. I'm definitely happier. There we go. 50-50. So that is quite sad to hear. Next one. Do you give more to homeless people than average? Okay, so homeless people that I walk past on the street, I have donated to, but it's not like every homeless person I see I give money to. However, I do just have an ongoing monthly payment to a homeless charity. So if we're including that, I would say that I definitely do give more. It's so interesting how personal these questions are. That one's very low, 20%, but I understand that because people have their own finances to worry about at the same time. So I wouldn't judge people for that kind of thing. Are you more stereotypically your gender than average? Okay, so this is quite an interesting one. So when me and Becky watch relatable couple videos on Instagram Reels or whatever, she's always the male stereotype and I'm always the female stereotype with whatever it is referring to. So I think I definitely need to say that no, I'm less. Although I reckon most people probably think the same. Yeah, they do, 67%. I think that's just because society makes you think that a man and a woman are a certain way, when in actual fact it's far more complicated than that, and you have bits from each stereotype, because we're all just humans that have our own thoughts, aren't we, at the end of the day? Answer another question. Do you spend more time on your phone than average? This one I also do know the answer to. My average screen time currently is 3 hours 55, and I know from talking about it in a Reddit video that that is lower than average, and a lot of people are around 6 hours plus these days. So no, I don't spend more time on my phone than average. 48% of participants also think they spend less time, so once again, another 50-50. Are you healthier than average? Yeah, I'm not overweight, I'm not underweight. I do think about what I'm eating. I'm not generally naturally that bothered about junk food, which I'm very lucky in that respect, so I can say yes, I'm healthier. There you go. Nearly 50-50 on that one, with a little majority to health. Are you a better dancer than average? There are some videos online of me dancing, and if you've seen those, you know that I'm safe to click no, I'm worse. It is something I'm a bit self-conscious about. Oh, I think that's the highest number we've had. 80% of people also think they are a worse dancer than average. So maybe what we need to learn from this is that everybody thinks they suck at dancing, and perhaps you don't need to worry about it. As long as you're having fun, that is fine. Are you better at keeping your home tidy? That's a tricky one. I'm pretty good at keeping it tidy. I'm not amazing at a deep clean, which I'm happy to admit. I just don't enjoy trying to spend all day wiping cupboards and stuff. I mean, our house is pretty tidy. I guess I do leave boxes lying about for a while, so I guess I have to click no, I'm worse, but I don't think I'm much worse at all. I think generally I can keep a pretty tidy place. 60% of participants agree with me though. All right, we go again. Are you a better hugger than average? I mean, this once again is, are we talking about hugs with people that I'm acquaintances or friends with, or are we talking about hugs with my partner or family? Because I can give my girlfriend a good hug, but I assume most people can. My hugs with outsiders or acquaintances or friends, probably a bit awkward, so I'll say I'm worse. 50% of people agree with me. All right, fair enough. Do you guys? All right, well, because of the famous quote, I'm going to have to answer no for that one, aren't I? Because otherwise people would post it all over me Reddit, which is what I would also like to do, because obviously I've not really had that much sex. I've not really... Oh, my... Success. I don't know how that... Oh, I'm going red. Oh, well, at least I'm not alone. 81% of people also agree. Cool. Good to know. Shout out to us. Are you more socialist than average? What is socialist? It's like anti-capitalist, right? I mean, obviously, I'm a YouTuber. I've sold products before, but I'm definitely very much in left-wing as opposed to anywhere close to right-wing. So, yeah, I've got to click yes, definitely. Hopefully, most people agree. Oh, it's actually 50-50. Okay, fair enough. Are you wealthier than average? Yes, I am. I'm a YouTuber that's got 4 million subscribers. I'm definitely wealthier than the average person. Next up, do you change your bed sheets more often than average? In our house, Becky's in charge of the bed sheets. I generally am more in charge of like washing the clothes and stuff. She does them once a week. That's pretty good, I reckon. So we'll click yes more. Oh, that's quite low. 25% of participants also think they change their bed sheets more than average, but I can't really take much responsibility for that because that's not one of my jobs. Are you more important than average? You can't say yes, can you? No. Generally speaking, everybody's just as important as everybody else, but I know that there's obviously an argument for somebody who's capable of curing cancer could save more lives long term or something. But if I'm just going human to human, I'll just say less important. And most people agree with that one, which I think's probably a nice thing. Do you have more friends than average? I don't have a huge friend group. I will say fewer on that one. Let's go for it. 76% of people agree with me. Okay. Are you more optimistic than average? I do have a bit of a tendency to try not to worry about stuff because things generally always work out these days. So I will say yes, but not very much. Just a little bit. Exactly 50-50 on that one. Okay. We go again. Are your feet better looking than average? Well, I'm not into the way feet look at all. I'll be honest, everyone's feet kind of freak me out because they're covered in veins and stuff, and I don't like that. Also, after my recent walking video, I have a few blisters and a black toe, so they are definitely worse looking than average, at least at the moment. Though, may I say, I did have a 5-star rating on WikiFeet. 50-50, so I guess it's nice that half the amount of people out there think they've got some good-looking feet. Fair play to them. Do you procrastinate more than average? Surely most people procrastinate, and I definitely have my fair share of procrastinating. But these days, I'm capable of getting on with stuff, so I'll say no. I procrastinate less than average. Oh, most people think they procrastinate more. I reckon just everybody procrastinates quite a bit. Are you more prideful than average? No, I don't really have much of an opinion on that, so I'll just click less. 57%. Okay, next one is, are you funnier than average? So I'm definitely more funny than less funny. I always thought funniness was one of my strengths, but if I watch YouTube videos these days that have funny people in them, I think to myself, I wouldn't be able to keep up with this level of funny. But maybe I'm still funnier than average. I'm just not as funny as the funniest people out there. Nah, I will say I'm less funny. There we go. Why not? 42% of participants agree, so a bit of a minority, that one. Next is, are you better at maths than average? Most people, I guess, are bad at maths, complicated maths. GCSE, I got an A, but I don't think that means that much now. I don't remember a lot of it. I don't think I'm that much better, but maybe a little bit better. So let's click yes. There you go. 60% of people agree with me. Okay. Do you dream more while sleeping than average? I think, haven't we learned that you always sleep, you just don't always remember it? I basically forget my dreams instantly and never really get back to them. I don't think I dream a crazy amount, so I'll just click no. There you go. Okay, 64% of people agree. What is our next one? Are you a better listener than average? I mean, there are definitely times where someone's talked to me, it triggers a thought in my head, and I have not listened to them for 30 seconds, but generally speaking, yes, but not by much. This is so tricky. I'm more empathetic than average. My mom always said when I was a kid that I was very, very empathetic. I think I've maybe gotten less empathetic as I get older, which I don't think is a particularly good thing, but I'm probably still more empathetic than not. I do think about other people's feelings. All right, we're going to do 4 more questions. Hopefully we don't have any really weird ones. Are you braver than average? I can be brave when I need to be brave, but day to day, I'm probably not. I think I'll have to click no. I think, once again, I'm quite neutral between the two. Most people agree with me too. When it counts, though, I can be brave. Do you go on better holidays than average? Well, I have left the UK once in the last 6 years, and that was to Ireland, whereas a lot of my friends and other people I know have been to many exotic holidays. So for now, I can click no, but that is just because I'm a little bit anchored down with my elderly dog. So I'm fine with that, and I have the rest of my life to travel. Do you drink more water than average? I drink a lot of water. I'll say yes. 50% of people agree. Okay, 2 more questions. Do you use social media more than average? I think I probably use it less. You've seen my screen time. That's generally where people rack up social media. I still go on social media every day, but probably a bit less than the average person does. So so let's click no. And now it's time for our final question. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's not really personal. Let's go for it. The final question: do you have better luck than average? I mean, I guess in order to get where I am on YouTube, there's definitely luck involved. I know that you can say it's all hard work, but it isn't. Hard work is necessary, but somebody out there could have worked equally as hard as me. But because certain things I did and certain things that were happening elsewhere within stuff like the YouTube algorithm, I could have had more success than that person. So based on that, yeah, I do have a bit more luck. And about 55% of people also agree with that. So there's a lot of 50-50s there. Some I was very much in the minority, some I was very much in the majority. And I'm curious how your answers were different from mine, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.